Yeah, baby. Oh, time to go to work, Bobble.
Yes, sir. This is David K. Farrell, also known as D. Brad, with my man Jackie on HollywoodStreetTeam.com. Yeah, my man.
Let's do this, brother.
My name is David K. Farrell, also known as D. Brad. I interned for MTV and VH1, started my professional paid career with Black Entertainment Television on a show called By the Book. We were the first show to introduce urban authors to the mainstream. And then I moved from there, and I worked up. I was a production assistant on Rap City. Then when it changed over to Rap City, The Basement, myself, along with the other 5 producers, and our senior producer, Craig Henry, we led a change in hip-hop, for the better or for the worse. Personally, I was the producer, like all the producers have regions, and I was the New York, New Jersey, Philly guy. Because in D.C. at the time, 1998, 99, we weren't influenced by radio stations because D.C. stations played go-go. We weren't influenced by record labels because they were in New York. So it was just basically us deciding, a bunch of hip-hop lovers, what we wanted to show. And I was allowed to introduce visually to the television audience a young lady from Philly named Eve. Behind Critics, Playboy, blah, blah, blah. Left BET, went work as a stand-in for Dave Chappelle Show. I'm part of the Emmy-nominated set design team on Cry for the Straight Guy. Stunt unit for Spider-Man 2, Law and Order, and on and on and on. Worked with Spike Lee, with the late great Sidney Lumet, the director of The Wiz. And so that's pretty much who I am.
You've been through entertainment, you know what it is, and that's what you do, you know? You used to work over at MTV as an intern, right?
Yes, as an intern, yep.
And why don't you tell us how you noticed how they picked their urban stars over at MTV when you were there?
They would watch BET, especially in particular Rap City. They would all sit around every day around 4 o'clock and just watch 2 hours of Rap City. So I asked one day why the producers did what they did, and they told me that was how, at that time, 1998, that was how they chose which rap artists to put on put on MTV. They saw them on Rap City a lot. They knew that in the black community that this artist was big, so therefore they would pick and choose which artists that they could mainstream.
Got you. So you knew about that. So when you went over to BET, you knew how to break an act because you knew what MTV was doing, correct?
Exactly.
So is that how you broke Eve?
Yeah, exactly. This was only a year later when I was on Rap City, so I knew that nothing could have changed that quick, so I had that in mind, and I knew that Eve had a look, and she had a swagger about her. And being from South Jersey, which is near Philly, I basically grew up in Philly. I know Philly girls, so I knew exactly what to do with Eve, and I knew that MTV was watching.
She ever told you thank you, man?
Yeah. I mean, early in the game, once you go over to that superstar level, then that she hit for a couple of years, then the game changes. After that, the people in the beginning are pretty much, you just better get your thanks when you can.
That's cool. Now, you was up at 106 in Park, and when I was reading an insert from your book, what really tripped me out was that it said that they didn't have the proper equipment up in 106 in Park to tally up the phone votes from the people that was calling in for the videos that they wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? So are you saying that 106 in Park, they already know what they're going to select, and they're just playing games and asking the viewers to phone in?
Well, to clarify, I never produced 106 in Park, but I had enough pull in that company to walk to and fro as I pleased. And I just know for a fact that I never recall running into a person that said, I'm tallying the 106 in Park votes. So I wasn't a nobody who was just stayed in his cubicle. I was all over the place. So, and I do know that they had a dude at the time that named Kelly G, who was a video programmer. So, if you come with, if there's, top 10, there's 10 videos that can be played, and every day you have a list already pre-programmed of who's going where. I mean, I would like to think that something would change every day, but, they were saying like they were with radio spins. That's what they did.
Okay.
So nowadays they may do it nowadays. I don't know. I've been there in years. They may do it nowadays, but I do know when it first started, it was definitely false.
You were not fired. I believe you just. What
Oh,
happened?
no, yeah, no. I wasn't fired. Both times I left. The first time I left to learn more about film and television, because at the time I was naive enough to believe that they wanted to get better as a station. And I left to pursue acting and things of that nature. And then the second time I left because I just couldn't deal with what I saw happening in 2005.
And what did you see happening? What did you see happening
right now? What you see right now? The feminization of hip-hop, hard body. I mean, it was just, a lot of things was going on that, I was told, on shows that, these girls are too light-skinned. Too dark-skinned, put the white girls with the baby hair up front. Those girls are too fat, this, that, and the other. Yeah, so so this ain't nothing I heard or read. I had it just said in my ear.
Who's responsible for like the for like the chicks in the booty shorts and the whole scandalous shit? Who came up with that idea?
It's collective. It's collective. It's a collective thing. It's way bigger than quote unquote hip hop, but most people don't want to hear it. They call it conspiracy theory, even though 75% of all conspiracy theories is true. But it's bigger than hip hop, but it's a collaboration. It ain't like it's just like that one dude at that station. BET's a part. As the radio's a part, the record label is another part, so you have your pyramid.
Oh, so you're saying basically what you're telling me right there is that these guys really all know each other and hang out with each other, correct?
Yeah, they all know each other, yeah.
What made you exit out the game? What made you do a Dave Chappelle? Something like that you did, didn't you?
I didn't do a Dave Chappelle because I didn't walk away with $50 million. I walked away with no career because that president smashed it up. No, I walked away with my dignity and my experience.
Got you. But you're saying you walked away because the president of BET fucked up the whole game.
No, I walked away because I saw the direction that all of this was headed. And although I partook in a lot of it, I was doing it with no intentions other than, let me see these Philly acts blow. So let me push all these Rockefeller artists. Now, I don't have let me see, I believe in Cameron, so he came with the Dipset idea. I said, you know what, I'm going to book you all the time on Rap City. Because once again, I know MTV was watching. And I knew that, they taught me that perception is reality. They told me that. Now, because remember, BT is owned by the corporation, Viacom. Now the corporation can build hip-hop's image in what it wants hip-hop to be. See, that was the science behind that. When Bob Johnson, it was still what we wanted it to be. So now you push him out the way. You bring in that Uncle Tom, president over there, and he goes hard. You know how black people do. We do it up. So he went harder than the most
black
racist
police officer.
Yeah, like he went harder than the most racist KKK redneck cracker ever would have went at BET. Even a racist KKK cracker would have had some empathy, like, I ain't gonna do this, not him. You do what I'm saying? So you have a dude like me who makes moves like what I did, not trying to brag, but what I did obviously affected a culture. There's kids that hit me to this day that's like 25. They're like, yo, man, I came up on what you was doing.
Yeah, baby. Oh, time to go to work, Bobble.
Yes, sir. This is David K. Farrell, also known as D. Brad, with my man Jackie on HollywoodStreetTeam.com, yeah.
My man.